All right, so while being stuck, I found a max. Yes, I found a max. I did. Yeah, ouais, yes. Ouais, tu peux rester là, mon bébé. Ouais. So here we go. We got Max with us for a little bit. Max has a cold again, Juanson. His little nose, it's like stuffy again. Poor little thing. Yeah. Okay, now he's probably... There you go. Max is gone. Max is gone out of the live. Okay. Here we go. Anywho, Max was there. Pixel got catnapped. Yeah, she got catnapped by the neighbor. So there you go. Okay, hold on. Let me go see. I know that we have Amy who sent in something. So let's start off with Amy. Then we'll do you. And then, hey, we'll just see. Okay, hold on. Let's do like this. Let's do this. Let's go here. I know, seriously. She comes over and steals the cats. She's like, can I have the cat? And I'm like, no, you can't. She's like, why? Because she's not yours. Okay, but she misses the cat. You know, she's part of the whole cat thingy. She helped us find it. We searched for it. Like, she's been involved from beginning till now with the kitty cat. Can't exclude her now. It's family. Okay, so we are going to start with Mimi. Hold on. I'm just going to go into the... and we can just play like a theater piece once, and we can just act like there's a lot of people over here and just do like scenes like, hey, how was your holidays? Okay, maybe not. Let me just go get Mimi's questions. Let's not play Screeter theme. I don't know what theater. There used to be a show though a while ago when I was, I don't know, maybe 15 or so. I used to watch it with my mom, and I think it was on PBS. I'm not sure. Like, it's one of those channels that are not very popular, like, you know, public funded. I don't know. Point being, they had something called Masterpiece Theater, and I used to watch it with my mom every week. It was like a recreation of, let's say, Beauty of the Beast, or I don't know, Hansel and Gretel, whatever, but like not animated, actual people. It was fantastic. Loved it. Never saw it again. It played for like a year maybe, and then poof, gone. That's my story. I'm going to go get Mimi's email. I know, right? Seriously, I know. Hey, that's okay. You know, it is what it is. So let's go see Mimi. I'm just going to go and get the questions, which I have not seen yet, but I'm looking for them. Okay, I got Mimi. All right. Today is back to work, but it's a... Pardon me. I'm sorry. Pardon me. I'm going to blame it on Maxwell. I don't think you can transfer feline colds to human colds, though. So here we go. What do you do, Juanson, when your kitty cat's got a cold? Other than bringing it maybe in the shower, in the bathroom with you and cleaning its little noses. Do you or your mom have any special tricks, since your mom is like the Harry Potter of of solutions when we have a cold? Yeah, thank you. Like, what do you do? Like, they say bring your kitty cat with you into like the bathroom, so when you have a bath or when you have a shower, the humidity, blah, 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 blah. And like, you know, wipe their little nostrils, and that's pretty much all you can truly do. What else do you really do? I guess nothing. I don't know. If those things don't work and it doesn't get better, I'm just going to bring him for meds. That's what I'll do. Let me know if you have any tricks. In the meanwhile, I'm going to go for Mimi. Mimi, here we go. Nothing early, right? Or do you just kind of let the cold go on by, or do you always go to the vet? Like, I don't know. I don't know. I've never had a kitty cat. I don't know. Like, he eats well and he drinks well and he plays and he's got his vitality. I mean, it's Max. Max is Max. Nothing has really changed other than the fact that he's got like little secretions around his little nose and he's kind of stiffly. Other than that, nothing. The same old kitty cat. Yeah. So would you go and consult or you don't consult? I don't really know. I don't know. And you usually do take them to the vet. Okay, well, I have to go to the vet anyways. It just might not be as, because I need to get some of those meds for worms and stuff that you have to give every month. Yeah. All right, okay. That's what I'll do. That's what I'll do. Message received. Thank you, my dear Juanson. I'll go take little kitty cat to the vet. Mimi. Mimi is going to be at 3:30 for Mimi. Me. Mimi, here we go. So what does Mimi need to do? By the way, happy holidays, my beautiful Mimi sweetie pie. This week is a draining week, right? And it's not to make you feel better upon it in any kind of a way, but anything that is holidays is very draining for everybody. It just sucks your soul out of your body sometimes, doesn't it? And it leaves you exhausted, it leaves you worn out, and yeah, you do need a real pause. As for the hollow feeling that you're experiencing, is a little bit of your soul that is saying that it needs nourishment, that it needs rest, that it needs gentleness. So it's completely valid to feel that tiredness, especially with, all the responsibilities that you've been carrying and the emotional weight from interactions at home and everything of the such. But yeah, let's go see about your energy and your emotional state. Here we go, Mimi. We are live tomorrow, usual time. 30th also, usual time. Yeah. So. And since Max abandoned me quite clearly, abandoned by Max, I don't let him in. He sits at my door like a dog. I let him in. He leaves. It's like, yeah. All right. Your energy this week shows that there's a lot of overwhelming, but there's a lot of fatigue. There's a lot of fatigue that's going on also, sweetie pie, around you. I feel like you've been giving so much to everybody, so the kids, the family dynamics and everything, that managing different type of situations can become a little bit conflictual, we'll put it that way. Or it can become not necessarily conflictual, but it can become like difficult type of situations altogether. So I'm basically going to say to you over here, sweetie, it's natural for you to feel into that kind of way and to feel like you're empty into that way. But I feel like your guides are truly showing to you that this is something that is temporary. It's something that's a very strong indicator that you do need, though, however, like I was saying into the introduction, small moments, like really just for you, quiet reflection, self-care, mini ritual to recharge your soul. It doesn't have to be very long. Even just a short little moment of peace is going to help you, if you will, restore, your energy and the calm into your mind altogether. Now, about PW and his husband and your family. PW's family's energy towards you is something that is actually, I'm going to say, supportive and positive. I feel like his husband truly observes and cares about your eldest son, which I believe is quite nurturing and quite helpful. And that shows the heart of the family is there and it's protective and it's attentive. But unlike the energy that you experience with X, this feels like it's more rigid. It feels like it's more unhelpful. So the contrast that you feel, absolutely natural, sweetie pie. And it's okay for you to notice the different type of energies that are impacting your children and yourself. Now, your frustration with X, completely valid. Your voice and your boundaries, they matter. Even if he doesn't necessarily immediately change, your consistent approach is going to plant seeds for a better dynamic over time altogether. As for Mr. Ari, Mr. Ari, I'm picking up that your energy towards him is a little bit more detached and a little bit more letting go. And that's aligned. Like, you've done a lot of emotional work here. So for him, he does still have some lingering thoughts of you, but it's more nostalgic than something that doesn't have an active longing. I feel like he is focused onto his life, but also onto what he's doing into his life. And I feel like that pretty much keeps him okay for the moment. I'm going to say content. He does have brief moments of reflection or regrets, but it doesn't necessarily dominate his energy anymore. So the bond as it was, I feel, is a little bit more closed. I would not necessarily wait for him to reach out. He might at some point in time very impulsively, but I'm not going to put it into any plans or any time frame, because I don't see time frame or plans. Like I said, if it happens, it's going to be very impulsive. Kind of feel like he's moving on to his path. And again, moving on to his path doesn't mean that you have not been important onto his path. It just means that he's made different decisions and he has to follow on through with those responsibilities, which is a little bit what I feel like he is doing at this moment. So what I'm seeing basically is that you've released him emotionally a little bit, and that's kind of helping. But your focus now is upon you. It's about your children. It's about creating a stable, joyful environment despite any type of frustrations. Your exhaustion is a little bit of a reminder to slow down, to recharge, to nurture yourself. Even in small moments of calm, they do count. So try not to carry the weight of what you cannot control. The energy around Mr. Harry is neutral. He's moving on slowly, but so are you moving on slowly. So the peace that you feel is going to be into your release, into your soul, into the recoveredness, and really just kind of releasing all that tiredness that you've actually been feeling altogether. And I am going to give you a universe message also, sweetie, because I feel as though it is, I feel like it will be good. I do. Watson, I might just come on over towards you. I might. Hi, Julie. How are you doing, sweetie pie? Hi, priestess. Hi, everybody. Nice to see you. How are you doing? Oh, sweet Lord, all these dingity ding dings. You just got back and you listened to your massage. I'm glad you went for the massage. All right, hold on. I'm just going to finish on up over here. Thank you, my beautiful high priestess. And I'm going to give you a message from the universe. Try not to carry the weight of what you cannot control. The energy around you is one that is neutral. The peace that you will feel slowly as you recover from everything that you have been undergoing. My beautiful, I am sending much love to you, sweetie pie. Thank you, my beautiful high priestess. How are you doing, sweetie? Yes, we're definitely going to get him out of that little rut. We need to get him out of the rut, Julie. Not because, Julie, simply because he goes into this rut like every year at Christmas time. So it's almost like it's a rut, but it's like it's a rut into a pattern that you always want to get back into that pattern for some kind of reason. And we want him to exit that pattern. So we're going to help. We're going to help to get him out of it, sweetie. In the meanwhile, have a lovely evening, and if you need me later on, I'll be here, my beautiful Julie, not too far away. High priestess, what is your roommate? What's his problem? They are unsanitary. You've asked them twice to clean things and then told landlord, some people are just into that kind of way, my sweetie pie. It doesn't really matter what you do, how you do it, or anything of the such. You're always going to remain a little bit unclean. Let's go see. Let's go see what I can see into the cards. And happy holidays to you, sweetie pie. Tomorrow we're almost back onto our normal schedule this week. The only day we don't have it live is onto the 31st. Other than that, we're pretty much back on schedule, guys. So will be here tomorrow and the following day. All right, let's go see. So we are currently on a High Priestess, and we're going to go and figure out what's happening with your roommates. What is going on with the roommates? I don't really want to go with that one. Let's go over here. Okay. So the only odd day that we have really is the 31st this week, guys. Other than that, we're on normal schedule. All right. It's a lack of wanting, of willing is pretty much. He's completely aware. Completely aware of the situation. All right. So I feel like C's behavior is coming from something that is normal. It's something that they do a little bit carelessness. Carelessness. Can you say that? Carelessness. I think carelessness doesn't exist. They're careless. All right. They also do have some a little bit of a lack of awareness at the same time, but it's not to make you upset. Like, this person doesn't do it to say, I'm going to piss this person off and I'm not going to do it. No, that's not the way it goes. It's more of, this is the kind of the way I like it, and it is what it is. So take it or leave it. There's nothing much that you can do with it. I feel as though this is something that is more consistent. It could have been something that they kind of hit a little bit at first to kind of show that, you know, they're good and they're clean and everything, but it ends up catching up with them, and it is always going to be the same. It's always going to be the same, sweetie. And they do not feel the urgency to change unless there's very, very clear consequences. And at this moment in time, I don't really feel like there's any clear consequence that you could actually give this person. Even, let's say you talk to the landlord. Landlord really does not care. Honestly, landlord cares that you guys pay your rent. That's it. That's all. Landlord cares that nothing is broken, but landlord, yeah, okay, I could get that there could be bugs and that stuff, but unless he actually sees it or anything of the such, even the landlord, there's not that much that the landlord can actually do. Even if he does dislike it, he can't really enforce all that much unless there's an actual issue or problem, such as bugs that are coming from it. So I feel like you've already set your boundaries, and you've already said what you had to do clearly. The landlord is aware. It kind of helps, but it's not really going to change anything. I feel as though this person is going to continue to resist until there's a direct impact onto them. So I'm going to say focus onto you, focus onto yourself, focus onto your energy. And if you can at any point in time, focus on moving out, because this person's always going to remain somewhat a little bit toxic around you. It is their choice. There's not all that much that you can do towards it, my love. And it sucks into that kind of way. Hi, Stephanie. Nice to see you. He said he only believed in cleaning a bathroom every 3 months, right? Yeah, that's it. That's disgusting, right? I know. That's really gross. That's it, right? And you're going to be moving because, no, it's annoying. You don't want to be his maid. He's going to be taking you for accountability. He's going to say, well, she's going to do it, because you're not going to want to sit onto a toilet bowl that hasn't been cleaned in 3 months, or onto a bath, or have your shower, right? And this person's going to remain the same. So landlord or not is going to change nothing about the whole situation. The only thing that will change is if you actually move out, which is unfair, not okay, very, very, very unfair. And I'm very sorry you're stuck into that position, but that person is not going to change, my love. Hi, my beautiful Stephanie. Nice to see you, by the way, my love. You're going to be on up right after, okay? So you're going to be next, sweetie. I am going to go and see for the general for what's happening for you in January. Let's go see what we've got. I've never lived with somebody who was not my partner. Never, ever, ever. I'm grateful for that in a way. I know some people have really, really good experiences, but I know some people have some really bad experiences too. I've only lived with my partners, or, you know, that's it. Now my children. That's it. That's all. I've never really had to deal with anything, you know, like somebody plays really loud music or somebody's dirty or God knows what. Anywho, I'm going to say we all learn from something. We all get different experiences from something. Is it like, it's really difficult to actually, somebody can say, oh yeah, I'm clean or I'm this, I'm that, but until you actually live with them, I don't know, maybe install for the next person some type of maid service who comes in every week that you guys both split the fee. At least that I don't know how much it costs, but at least you'll end up having a clean house and you don't have to pick up. I don't know. A general for the month of January. January for you was more of a month of clarity, of focus, a little bit of new beginnings for you. I feel as though personally decisions, but also professionally, I feel like there's certain decisions that are like, you've been sitting on a lot of decisions. There's a lot of things that you've been thinking about that you have not done. A lot of things. Some things are more emotional, but most of them are more like career and life oriented, not just career. What you want, how you want to move on forward, how you want to do things, how you want to strategize things. It's like a little bit of that powwow kind of a moment where there's all different kind of thoughts and all different kind of ideas, and sometimes they're a little bit all over the place, and poof, you got to figure out what to do with them. It's a little bit of that powwow kind of a moment. There's changes, but there's not a lot of action. I feel that if you put more action towards what you want, and you're very action oriented, I know that you are, but if you put more action towards the different things that you would like, you will end up getting more things that you want. Not necessarily big movements like changing jobs, or just little things, daily things. So look at the way that you do things, or that you do different activities, or different thoughts that you may have. Look at that, switch it up, vibe it up. There's something that is there that will kind of switch your mind and blow your mind in a different kind of way that will be fantastic and will really make you happy. But I need you to figure it out. I can't say it. You will figure out in about 3 months. It's there. It's within you. The answer is already there. You just have to go and take action towards it. And it's something that is more into your personal life, not love life, personal life, you yourself. Other than that, like I said, I don't see all that much action. I don't see all that much stress neither. So I'm going to say this is a little bit more of a time for you to strengthen your boundaries, to assert your needs in life, within work, within family, within friends, within even the person that you live with. It's a good time for you to start organizing, start planning, and to protect your mental space. For some reason, I see maybe a move, a change in actual places where you're living into the month of June, between June and August, somewhere around there. There could be a move for you. Not very far, like you're not changing states, but it could, there's something moving around for you at that moment in time. So, other than that, finances are stable, relationships are stable, things around you are pretty much stable. They're pretty much structured the way that they are. It's a little bit of a slow, steady kind of intentional action, but I need you to go and put that little extra spice. I need you to kick it up. All right, let's make this a spicy life. So add the spice that you want, and live it. You'll enjoy it. It'll definitely be worth it. As for C, the situation is going to keep on stressing you. Try to do as best as you possibly can. There's not all that much that you can do. Now, you don't want to be their maid, but at the very same time, do as best as you can, my love, but you definitely have to move out of that place, get away from that person. Yeah. Yeah, I know. But even then, my beautiful high priestess, I get where the frustration comes from blasting the music really loud. And you could even blast it really loud and scream, or put some song, clean your room. It's not going to make the person change. It's going to escalate to something else. It's not going to help you. If you want to do it, hey, why not? But it's not going to help you. I don't know, maybe if you put a fake bug in their bed or something, they'll figure, oh my god, I got a bug in my bed, and maybe they'll figure out they're actually dirty and they need to do something. I don't know. Oh, Julie, I'll be with you shortly. I'll let you know when it's your turn, sweetie. I'll be with you shortly. No, no, he's not going to do anything, sweetie. I'm going to go and look, but he's not going to do anything because basically, if you move out, the other person is still there. He's just going to find somebody else to go and take the place. It's not really going to change anything. The landlord is not stuck into that situation completely free. The fact that you move out changes nothing for this landlord. Nothing. No. Mm-mm. They're not afraid of you moving out. They know that they're able to find somebody else. They're not going to end up losing money. And I know that's why it sucks. I know. You could still try. I mean, everything is worth a try, High Priestess. Everything. Whatever you can do, do. That is my philosophy in life. If you can do it, do it. If you think it's going to bring you some good, go ahead with it. Even if it is something that is minimal, every single minimal ends up to be something that is maximized, that is better. So go ahead with it. See what you can get. See what you can find. I don't feel like it's going to change anything, but if it can help you even a little bit, why not? Why not, my love? Here we go. We are going to go and see Stephanie at this moment. I am, however, going to go into PayPal. Beautiful High Priestess. Let me know if there's anything else that I can do for you, sweetie pie. And I'm sorry you're stuck into that kind of a rut with that person. It's not okay, my love. It is not okay. Stephanie, I'm going to put a timestamp for you. And after Stephanie, we're going to go and see Julie. And here we go. Let's do this. I'm just going to put you a timestamp, and I'm going to go let Julie that she's going to be on up next. All right. Timestamp is sending much love to you, sweetie. Have a lovely evening, my beautiful High Priestess. And hi, Stephanie. How are you doing, sweetie pie? I'm going to put you at 27:30. I hope you're having an okay holiday time. I know it's probably difficult, but I hope you're doing okay, sweetie pie. We're just going to go like this. I'll go tell Julie right after. So, Jonathan's feelings and intentions towards you. We do have the Tower. We do also have our Seven of Wands. We have our Lovers. We have our Queen of Pentacles, and we also do have our Moon. We're dealing with a Jonathan in this moment whose energy feels like it's warm, but it feels like it's like we're still holding on to you, sweetie. And what happened into the past happened into the past. The past is into the past. The Tower's there. There's no real big decisions to be made at this moment, but there is definitely some movement forward, some forgiving, some finding different type of answers that are necessary. And we're definitely keeping everything a little bit hidden within. So there's a lot of information we're not telling our queen over here, which of course is you. So the energy towards you is still there. It's still calm, but it's still very cautious. Like there's genuine feelings that are there. And he sees you as somebody who understands him onto a deeper emotional level. And there is that sense of comfort, of familiarity when he thinks of you. So emotionally, he feels very drawn to you, but trying not to rush himself. He's very curious about where this could go, but he's also very reflective and sometimes really, really quite guarded with his emotions over here, like we saw within the Moon. So he's not expressing the way that he truly feels openly, but there is a beautiful care, there is a beautiful attraction that is still surrounding our beautiful queen. So when it comes to his intentions, he's still interested in thinking and continuing about pursuing this connection and getting closer over time. He still wants to approach things slowly and see how they're going to develop, but very naturally. And he is trying to balance his feelings with a lot of practicality within his life. So this is not somebody who is necessarily playing games. He's not playing games. He's figuring all this stuff out onto his own side, trying to see what he is doing. This is somebody who is trying to sort out his own thoughts, sort out his own emotions. He's wanting to be sure before fully stepping forward with anything. So overall, the energy does suggest that there is that want for forward movement, but it is the moment it is stagnant, but it can become really quite gradual. There is more of a building that is happening within the emotions, within the thoughts, within the subconscious and the conscious. He's figuring more things out. So there is a potential for something to continue to grow. But for the moment, it is still a little bit at that space where the potential is there, but we're thinking about it. We're wondering about it. We're figuring it out. So he's still at a phase where I still care about you, Stephanie, and I still think about you, and I still think about the potential, but I still need to figure out my stuff. And until I figure out my stuff, I'm going to keep my things to myself because I don't want to create any problems or any issues. That's where we stand at this moment. I'm just going to go and let Julie know. That she is up next, unless she is here, I don't know. Just 1 second. Okay, hold on. Okay, hold on. I'm looking for Julie, but maybe she's even there. I don't know. I'm looking for you. I'm looking for you. Okay, here you go. Oh no, that is not sent out. Okay, wait. Oops, I'm even in caps. Frig. All right, okay. Here we go. Okay, I got you. I just sent it to you in caps. I'm so sorry. I don't feel as though he has, my beautiful love, but I definitely do feel like he is into a place where, yeah, I was looking for you in Messenger. I wasn't looking, Julie. I just feel like he's into a place where he's just, honestly, my love, for you, I really, I've said it into the past. I'll say it again. Because of his inconsistency, because of the way that he kind of pulled back, because of all his thoughts, he can have a lot of thoughts and a lot of ideas, but if he's not going to bring them into real life at this moment, which for the moment I see him having a lot of thoughts, I don't want to say he's definitely coming on back. I'm not sure he's going to come on back. He could decide to stay into his energy and to stay into his world. He could decide that. But he could also decide to move on forward and to come closer and to just kind of rekindle things with you. But that is something that's going to be seen, which is why I much prefer to say to you, I want you to continue to do what makes you happy into the meanwhile, because I cannot securely say at 100% that he's going to be back, because he tilts. He goes from yes to no, and yes to no. The energy is still there and the energy is still live. But we do have to, you know, we do have to be careful for it, sweetie. Hold on, my Julie. I'm just going to go and get your second question over here. And here we go. All right. All right. Let's go see. All right. So, awareness of his feelings during this plateau period. And since he's feeling like he needs to figure, yes. Exactly. That's exactly what we want to go and see. So here we go. No, it's not going backwards, and that's definitely not what we want. We don't want to go backwards in any kind of shape, form, or way. So your relationship energy and the rut. We're going to go with that first one, am I right? All right. Okay, what I'm going to say towards this, your energy surrounding at this moment, your relationship right now feels like there's a little bit of a pause, but it feels like it's a pause for restructuring, not a decline, a restructuring. Now, I feel as though he is into a reflective phase where he's turning more inwards, trying to understand himself and where he stands into his life. This is not about pulling away from the relationship. It's about figuring his own shit out, if you will. All right. It's about him wrestling with his own inner world. So right now it feels like it's very heavy. It feels like it's quiet, but it also feels like it's a little bit emotionally stalled. It's like progress is happening beneath the surface, and it's more about personal growth than a relationship conflict or anything as such. It's like if what is going on at this moment has absolutely or almost nothing to do with you, but has to do with him. What do I need? How do I need to move on forward? How do I feel comfortable within this? This is about me, and me. This is what it's all about. So will the relationship actually come out stronger? Well, yeah, I feel like the energy suggests that this period has a potential to bring clearer communication, faster type communication, a renewed appreciation for each other also, because it's going to allow for a certain analysis of the relationship, more emotional honesty at the same time, but I'm also going to say a stronger sense of a certain partnership. So this is something that is going to be happening, but it's going to be not necessarily overnight. It's a give and take kind of a situation. So he needs to find his footing. He needs to feel completely secure and strong. Then he is going to re-engage emotionally. But when he re-engages, he's going to re-engage not at the same level. He should be re-engaging onto a deeper level. Well, I go deeper, but it's higher, if you will. So the connection is actually going to end up being stronger And you're going to be able to understand a little bit more the improvements on what has been worked on into those periods where he was a little bit more silent. So what's going to be really, really important for you at this moment is to keep space for him to process. No texting, no messages, no photos. This is entirely up to him to reach out. New Year's is happening. It sucks. No Happy New Year's, no whatever. Let him do it. Let him make the movement. Let him feel the absence. Avoid pushing for any emotional answers too soon. Stay grounded into your own energy, into your own self-care. Slowly but steady, the progress will come ahead for you. The path that is there is simply going to, yes, become stronger, but it's going to strengthen through patience and emotional maturity and genuine healing rather than something that's going to be of a quick fix. So that's what you have to basically look forward to into your first question. I'm going to move into your second. I'm going to go and look into the chat after. So into the second, you say, is he still very consciously aware that he does love you and actually wants to be with you into a relationship, even if it is a rut period, more like a plateau? It's more like a plateau period is what it is. So I'm going to put it into the plateau. I don't feel like it's a rut. You haven't gone into the, into the, I don't know, into the something, into the darkness of Mordor. Okay. You're not gone into the Lord of the Rings thing. You're onto a certain plateau. He's very, very aware of his love for you, but the energy around him, it doesn't read as confusion about if he loves you. It's more like he's unsure about how to move forward with life and responsibilities and within himself. It's not a question about, do I love Julia? I don't. That's not the question. The question is, how do I move on forward with life, responsibilities, myself, everything I want, I desire, my boundaries, my fears, my vulnerabilities. Basically, what constructs Mike? What is Mike? What defines Mike? So his love for you feels like it is steady. It feels like it's very present into that background. It's not loud. It's not expressive at this moment, but it is very real. It is very acknowledged within him. He has not forgotten the connection. He hasn't disconnected emotionally. It's more like he has placed it gently onto a shelf while he tries to stabilize other parts of his world. So the plateau isn't about losing his feelings. It's about the emotional fatigue. It's about the emotional overwhelm. So for him, he feels tired. He feels like he is focused inward. He feels like he's trying to sort himself out. He's not trying to sort his love out. He's trying to sort himself out. He's not wanting to drag you through his own internal mess. So he is still seeing you as the most meaningful person to his life. This is not something that is casual. So he does still want this relationship. It is still there. It's just that it's quieter. It's just that it's a little bit more cautious. It's a little bit more patient than something that is impulsive. It's almost like if he's trying to say to himself, I do love her. I just need to get my life straight so I do not fail her. So this is more about self-protection, and it's about being protective of you at the very same time. So his heart is still very much aligned with you, but his mind is trying to stabilize his world before fully leaning into it again. So for the moment, his love is still present. His longing is still there. It's just muted by stress. His awareness is there. It's conscious. It's not unconscious. His intention hasn't abandoned the idea of a future, but he has not checked out emotionally. He has simply gone inward temporarily. So basically, this is a plateau. It's not a decline. It's a slow burning love. It's not a fading love. It's an integration period. It's not a withdrawal. That's what you have to basically remember from all of that. Yes, he is trying to become a better version of himself altogether. It's basically what it is. At Juanson, I'm going to come and see you to finish up the live for tonight, my sweetie pie. So just 1 second. It is a good, cozy Netflix. We're like expecting over here a lot of snow, like 30 to 50 centimeters, but in Montreal, it's like freezing rain. All right, let's go see over here. Oh, go ahead with the Storytime Kitchen, sweetie. Can you see if after his restructuring, if there's any possibility that he decide that he doesn't want the relationship anymore? Yeah, I can definitely go see. Elaine, if you hurry up and it's not a 50, one question, not multiple dimensions, you can send it. I am, however, going to go and see Juanson in just a moment, and then I will answer Elaine in Storytime Kitchen. All right. Thank you, sweetie. All right. So here we go. We will be live tomorrow. This week, we're pretty much onto our usual schedule, on exception of the 31st, where we're not here. The other days, we'll be here same time, same place. All right. So tomorrow, 9 p.m., sweetie pies. After all of that, is he still back? No, he's still back. He's not gone anywhere, sweetie. And he still has a lot of passion after that, after this transition. He still has a lot of love. So he's not going anywhere, sweetie. After all of this, he's still going to want... Again, the restructuration has nothing to do with you. It has to do with him. It has nothing to do with your love. It's all about him. Watson, you can say that we're closed in 5 minutes, sweetie. So 5 minutes, my love, because it was meant to be a quick live. So I will answer Elena in Storytime Kitchen right after. So just give me 1 second. Watson, we're going to go and look at you at this moment. So in general, for the next 1 to 3 months, what is happening over here? Well, 1 to 3 months. Maybe I'm a little bit too far. Yeah, I don't know why I'm into 1 to 3 months. I'm not going to 1 to 3 months. I'm going to right here, right now. Thank you, sweetie pie. Here we go, Hanson. Work-wise, I'm seeing things being... I'm not going to say stagnant. Yeah, I'll say stagnant. I'll say stagnant. I don't have any real movement. I don't have a lot of big changes. I have a couple little red vests going around. You might have a little bit of a time off, but I don't see anything else. I feel like work is work. I feel like passion is going well. I feel like there's more covers. There's more plans. I feel like there's more things that are coming towards you within the following 3 weeks. And I feel like they're going to go fairly well. There could be some type of little glitch, it could be a YouTube glitch, but maybe it's not YouTube. Maybe it's something else. There's some type of technological, minuscule little glitch that will be happening, but it's going to be like a pain in the you-know-what, but very briefly. It's going to be okay after. Love-wise, from what I can see over here, beautiful Queen of Cups. She still thinks about you. Other than that, I have you a little bit into the limbo. Wanting, ready, just kind of waiting. You're into that zone where whatever happens, happens, and if it happens, it happens, and if it doesn't, it doesn't. And that's okay. So you're balancing things through and things are moving in an okay kind of a way for you. So I'm going to say you're open for changes and whatever happens, happens. How is E doing today? Yeah, I know, guys. We're at a weird time today, right? I thought of doing it at 9 and I thought, no, let's switch it up. Let's do 7 as holidays. Pooh. So what's up? I kind of like the 7 o'clock time zone. I do. Okay, so she's actually doing good. She's doing good. She's tired, but she's good. And for some reason, she kind of feels like she got bad gifts. I don't know why. I'm getting she got bad gifts. And I'm getting that she worked way too hard. Like her hubby, the one that we want the chandelier to go over his head. Yeah, like, or the boyfriend, whoever that person is. It's like he didn't do all that much. And she did an awful lot of things. And she just kind of feels like it's a little bit unfair. But other than that, she's doing okay. Is she thinking about you? You're always a little bit onto her mind. I feel like she misses work. I feel like she misses going on in. She misses the connections. She misses the talks. She misses a lot the type of energy that you brought into her life, because you're always very calming and very grounding and very sweet. And that is something that she misses now, because she doesn't really have anybody around her who brings those type of elements into her life. And they're important for her. She wants you to know she still thinks about you. She wants you to know so that she does miss you. She wants you to know with our Three of Pentacles that, you know, she's kind of excited to meet up with you again whenever she goes on back to work, or whenever you guys might just kind of cross paths at some point in time. And let's go with an angel and oracle message. And let me go make sure that everything is good all over the place. Also, I haven't received Elaine's question. Storytime Kitchen, I do have you, my sweetie pie, so I'll be with you quite shortly. And your question is here also, so that is perfect. Elaine, I do have your question over here also, so that is also good. All right, thank you. So Elaine, you're going to be on up next, followed out by Storytime Kitchen. All right, just 1 second. All right. Your angels are showing you a period of more emotional renewal, self-healing, and spiritual reassurance. They're reminding you that even during moments of doubt or loneliness, you are deeply loved, protected, and always guided. The messages that are coming on through is that you are not falling behind. You are being redirected into alignment. You have grown stronger than you realize, and that strength is opening on up new doors. Love messages. I still feel our connection even when I'm quiet. You've awakened something into me that I didn't know how to handle at that time. I miss the comfort of your energy and the way you understood me without words. Hi, Diane. Nice to see you, sweetie. And hi, Sean, also. Elaine. Let's go like this. All right. So we are currently on Elaine at this moment. And then we're going to go and see Storytime Kitchen. We shall be done. So how come lately you have small, let me go see, awakenings that it stopped now, but you have to keep working on focus, even if I'm focusing on your human life. Elaine, here we go. I feel like actually what you're experiencing at this moment isn't the awakening that is stopping. It's more like of a shifting phase. So spiritual awakening doesn't stay intense all the time, but it kind of goes through cycles. So there's expansion, there's integration, there's rest, and there's growth again. So right now I feel like you're a little bit into an integration kind of a phase. So your soul has already gone through a lot of deep emotional and spiritual clearing. So when that happens, the awakening energy softens. So your nervous system and your human life, if you will, can kind of stabilize again. Now, it doesn't mean that you're going backward. It simply means that your spirit is asking for... it actually means that your spirit is asking you a little bit, if you will, to show up daily for different responsibilities for your own life, for you, for yourself, for your spirit, to experience different type of relationships, to learn balance in real world life. So your guides are actually saying that being human is part of your awakening. It's not a distraction from it. So what you actually need at this moment is, instead of pushing for more breakthroughs, you're actually meant to focus on healing patterns gently, self-care, observe emotions without judgment, stay present into your everyday life. Small awakenings are going to be little signs like you've already raised your awareness, your intuition is still there, it's active, it's just calmer. Growth is happening, but in subtle little ways. So nothing has stopped. It's just your journey is becoming more grounded, more embodied, more sustainable. So your awakening isn't meant to overwhelm you. It's actually teaching you how to live with a certain peace, to stay rooted, to grow without burning out. More expansion will come again, but for now, you're exactly where you're supposed to be. Hold on just one tiny second. I'm going to come and see Storytime Kitchen, and we're going to end the live. So just 1 second. All right, Storytime Kitchen, I am here. Here we go. Hi, Sean. Lilith is not with us. We have our Hocus Pocus sweetie Juanson. Yeah, you have to keep working at it, sweetie. Yeah, well said, well said. All right, so Storytime Kitchen, hold on. Okay, let's go see. All right. So you have a housing issue, you're housing behaving. Okay. Let's go see, sweetie. I'm sorry you have to go through that at this moment, my love. It's a little bit of a topsy-turvy kind of a thing. Honestly, sweetie, I feel like there's probably going to be somewhat of a move. I do. I feel like the energy surrounding the housing situation feels like it's tense. It feels like it's very, very unfair. It feels like the housing association has created a lot of stress, a lot of pressure, and a lot of uncertainty that you should not have to be put through. I'm not seeing you being pushed out suddenly or losing your home, but I feel like you have to stand your ground. I feel like you have to document everything. I feel like you have to be and remain into a place of not being intimidated. But I feel like you have to actually just kind of go out and look, see the rights that you have. I feel like you have more rights than what you realize. I feel like some actions may not be fully compliant or ethical, and I feel like their behaviors actually feel more like pressure tactics than something that would be of a final outcome. However, you are being guided to keep written records, to save correspondence, to avoid reacting emotionally in any type of communication, to respond calmly, something that is fact-based, something that is firm. You're not powerless into this. I do need you to hold your ground. However, I feel like at the very end of it all, it's a little bit of a toss and turn. You could end up keeping it, but you could end up definitely moving on out. It's really going to depend how everything is going to go. At this moment in time, into my own personal intuition, I feel like it's more of a change of place. It's not going to be something that is going to be sudden, that's going to be happening right away. But I do feel like you are going to be moving. So you're going to try your best. You're going to do as much as you possibly can. But ultimately, I even feel like this actual moving to this other place will actually be quite beneficial and better for you. It's not happening right away. I'm going to say probably within the following 6 months or so. So I will say eventually I do actually see you moving. About Charles, will he reach out? I know that it feels like there's a certain disconnection that is there, but there's an emotional thread that is there between the both of you guys, and thoughts about you resurface a lot, and he reflects quietly, but still he avoids taking actions. I feel like he's more cautious. I feel like he's more into an introspective kind of a way. I feel like he feels guilty, even uncertain about different ways to approach you. And I do see movement towards contact, but it looks more slow. It looks more hesitant. It feels more internal before anything that would be external. So there is a possibility of him reaching out before July. But I feel like it's really, up to him. It could switch. It could change. If you want an absolute answer at this moment in time, I would say probably not. But it could happen. He could decide to offer his cup and to reach on out. He could. At this moment, I feel like the shift that he is going through is something that is very personal. I feel like he often is reminded of you. I feel like there's a lot of things that are happening, but I do also feel as though he's not always putting the time that is necessary into it. So the timeline feels like it's less fluid. It feels like he fights a lot of the impulses and a lot of the wants and coming closer, but then he kind of pulls back. So I'm going to say I don't necessarily feel as though he will reach out, but if he does, he's going to be kind of testing the waters. If he does, it'll be around the month of March. But other than that, I'm going to say probably not. I feel like you're a little bit entering a phase at this moment where your strength is being tested, where your voice is going to matter, where your stability is definitely worth defending. So you're not facing these challenges alone, sweetie. There is protection around you, around your heart, around your home. But I ultimately feel like you're going to battle for the home. I ultimately feel like it might not work on through, but the new place will be better for you. As for your love life, I do feel as though I don't feel like there's going to be a reach out. If there is, it's going to be into the month of March, somewhere around the 13th, between the 13th and the 15th of March. But he's very, very impulsive into that kind of way. So it could happen at any time, but I don't want you to hold on to it because I don't clearly see it. So I don't want you to hold on to something that might not happen. If it happens, good. But I don't necessarily see it at this moment. So I'm going to say to do the very best that you can do for yourself and into the meanwhile. Nowhere could be better. There's always better, sweetie. Yeah, there are some nice cards for him, sweetie pie. The thing is, even if you, like, I want you to provide everything, and I see that there's a certain battle, but I feel like at the very ending of it all, I feel like there's a certain release at the very ending of it all. So, I mean, if you keep all the evidence and you do everything that you can, there's a possibility that you will be able to. And I'll say there's a possibility of like 75%, but I still see you moving. So I'm going to say probably either the evidence or the papers that you have or the documentation that you have might not be strong enough, and it might not actually do the job. So hopefully it will. Now you know what's at issue, what's at hand. So by knowing that, maybe you can double on up onto the effort of getting all the plans, of getting all the dates, of getting all those proofs and everything the such, and seeing how far you can go with this. And I hope that you can. Maybe with this information, it will change the path, and I hope so. But I still feel like you're going to be moving out, sweetie. I know, my love, but people unfortunately win even when they're wrong. Especially people who are homeowners and stuff like that. They often end up winning even when they're wrong. And that's why I'm saying that, sweetie. I know. You stay super strong. You've got this. So into the meanwhile, my sweetie pies, we shall end this live for tonight. I am sending much love out to everybody, and we shall see each other tomorrow. Same place, same time. See you tomorrow, sweetie pies. I still don't see it, my love. I don't. I still see you needing to move, my beautiful Storytime kitchen.